You know what kills more relationships than cheating, more than money problems, more than long distance? Immaturity. And here's the thing, most people don't even realize they're doing it. They think they're just being themselves or expressing their feelings. But what they're actually doing is sabotaging the very love they claim they want to protect. Stick around, because what I'm about to share with you will either save your relationship or help you understand why your last one failed. I'm Hale, and I don't just teach love, I teach what keeps it. For the past decade, I've helped thousands of couples move from chaos to connection, and today we're diving deep into one of the most relationship-destroying patterns I see: immaturity. Let's start with the brutal truth. Childish behavior will bring problems. Picture this scenario, and I guarantee you've either done this or had it done to you. Your partner comes home stressed from work. Instead of recognizing this and giving them space to decompress, you immediately start complaining about your day, demanding attention, or worse, you interpret their mood as a personal attack on you. Sound familiar? This is emotional immaturity in action. When we allow our emotions to control our actions instead of the other way around, we stop being partners and start being burdens. The detective fallacy. Here's something every person in a relationship needs to understand. A husband does not have a detector, neither does a wife for that matter. We are not mind readers. We cannot automatically know what our partner needs, wants, or feels unless they communicate it clearly. Yet so many people expect their partner to just know and then get frustrated when they don't. This is peak immaturity. You're essentially asking your partner to be psychic and then punishing them when they're not. The parent-child dynamic. And ladies, gentlemen, this one's crucial. A wife is not supposed to speak to her husband like a child. And husbands, the same applies to you. The moment you start using that condescending tone, you know the one. Did you remember to? Why didn't you? How many times do I have to tell you? You've just shifted from being partners to being in a parent-child dynamic. And let me tell you something. Nothing kills romance faster than feeling like you're being parented by your partner. The respect foundation. This brings us to the cornerstone of mature relationships: mutual respect. Respect isn't just about the big moments. It's not just about not cheating or not lying. Respect is in the small, everyday interactions. How you speak to each other when you're frustrated, whether you consider their perspective before making decisions, if you assume positive intent when something goes wrong, how you handle disagreements in front of others. The empathy challenge. Here's an exercise that will transform your relationship overnight. Put yourself in their shoes. Before you react to something your partner did or didn't do, ask yourself, what might they be going through right now? What pressures are they facing that I might not see? If I were in their position, how would I want to be approached about this? This isn't about making excuses for bad behavior. It's about approaching your partner with curiosity instead of judgment. The self-destruction cycle. Here's what most people don't realize. Immaturity doesn't just hurt the person you're with. It will eventually hurt yourself. When you consistently respond with emotional reactions instead of thoughtful responses, you train your partner to walk on eggshells around you, stop sharing their real thoughts and feelings, gradually disconnect emotionally. Eventually, leave you become the source of stress in their life instead of their safe haven. And once that happens, the relationship is on life support. The communication bridge. So what's the solution? If there are things you need to change that you don't see, communicate and change. This means ask for feedback. Is there anything I do that makes you feel unheard or disrespected? Listen without defending. Don't explain why you do what you do. Just listen. Your partner's experience of your behavior is their reality. Take ownership. Say, I can see how that would hurt you, instead of, that's not what I meant. Make the change. This is where most people fail. They apologize, but never actually modify their behavior. The maturity mindset shift. Real maturity in relationships looks like this. Instead of saying, you never listen to me, say, I don't feel heard when I share my concerns. Can we find a better way to communicate about this? Instead of, you always do this, say, I've noticed this pattern, and I'd love to understand your perspective on it. Instead of, fine, whatever, say, I need a moment to process this so I can respond thoughtfully instead of reactively. The daily practice. Here's your homework. And yes, healthy relationships require daily work. Every morning, ask yourself, how can I show up as my partner's teammate today instead of their opponent? Every evening, reflect. Did I respond or react today? What's one thing my partner did well that I can acknowledge? The long-term vision. Remember this, love is not just a feeling, it's a skill. And like any skill, it requires practice, patience, and the humility to admit when you're wrong. The couples who make it aren't the ones who never have problems. They're the ones who've learned to handle problems like mature adults instead of reactive children. You have a choice right now. You can keep doing what you've always done and wonder why your relationships keep failing or feel stuck in the same cycles. Look in the mirror, acknowledge where you've been immature, and commit to growing up for the sake of your love. The choice is yours, but remember, your partner deserves to be with the adult version of you, not the child version. If this video opened your eyes to some patterns you need to change, I want you to do something brave. Have an honest conversation with your partner tonight. Ask them if there are areas where they feel you could be more mature in how you handle conflict or communication. And if you're single, use this time to work on yourself so you can show up as an emotionally mature partner when love comes your way. Hit that subscribe button if you want more real talk about what it actually takes to build lasting love, and drop a comment below. What's one area where you know you need to grow up in relationships? I'm Marcus Hale, and remember, I don't just teach love, I teach what keeps it. Until next time, choose maturity over emotions, understanding over assumptions, and growth over being right. Peace.